at Dinosaur Adventureland in Lenox, Alabama. It is November the 18th, 2025. We made it, Joseph. Tonight, Ecclesiastes chapter 11. Keep your life in balance. The great Solomon, smartest guy that ever lived, wrote the book of Ecclesiastes, but he did it and tells us that he did it as man's view under the sun. This is the way life looks to us humans here because we don't see the eternal side of it. We'll take care of that chapter 12 Sunday morning. Okay, chapter 11. So you got to open your Bible to the middle. It should be Psalm 118, verse 8, actually. And the two middle words in the Bible is the Lord. Pretty cool. But you got Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes right there. Ecclesiastes, we're on a bunch of channels. Let's see, we're on Facebook, over 233,000 now. Rumble, 10.5. Twitter, or X, 2,300. Let's see, our own app. And let's see, Instagram and TikTok, they all keep growing. Please sign up for all of them. Tell your friends. It's free. What do you want? Okay. Get iOS and Apple TV and all that does something to somebody somewhere, doesn't it, Joseph?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what thou doest, do quick. All right. Here we are on the 18th. Next Thursday, week from this coming Thursday, Thanksgiving. Come join us for Thanksgiving. Are we going to cook one of the emus again?
I don't care.
A couple of years ago, we had 4 emus donated to us. One was not friendly, so he ended up on the Thanksgiving dinner table probably 3 years ago. The other 3 are friendly now, so maybe we don't need to cook them. Okay. Then come visit us for Christmas. Join our family. Well, I already talked about that. Let's see. We talked about all this already. We got all 4 Jeeps running now. We need more people to come. We're ready to handle them now. Let's see. There's the church and all the projects going on. All right. Let's see. I want to go to here and here. 6, 8, 3. The joys of live shows. Okay. So Ecclesiastes chapter 11. Cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days. What a strange phrase. A couple of theories about that. One is they're telling the Jewish merchants that are selling their bread over, putting them on caravans and stuff, you send the bread out to sell it, and you get returned later. It comes much later, after many days. Billy, you made it back.
We'll be back.
How was up north? Freezing?
No, it was nice.
It was nice up north?
Yeah, it would get cold and left.
Oh, Illinois?
Yep.
Yeah.
Up there near Chicago.
Yeah, and you can have the whole city of Chicago. Okay. Good to see you're back, especially after seeing your face. Okay, let's see. Give a portion to 7 and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. Another strange part. I think this goes back to cast your bread upon the waters. We'll talk about that in a minute. Cast your bread upon the waters is most likely an exhortation to generous giving, particularly to the poor, trusting that such acts of kindness will ultimately be rewarded, even if the return is delayed. You might do something nice. It might take a long time, but God will make sure you get paid back, okay? Give a portion to 7 and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. Most commentators say that this means you divide your portions up among 7 or 8. Echoes the Near Eastern risk management. Spread the goods on multiple caravans. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. If you're going to ship 1,000 loaves of bread, to sell them in some other market, well, divide it up into 8 different caravans. One gets robbed, you didn't lose it all, okay? If the clouds be full of rain, they empty themselves upon the earth. Right. Duh. Well, Solomon giving his wisdom from man's view under the sun. And if the tree fall toward the south or toward the north, in the place where the tree falleth, there it shall be. Kind of like obvious. If the tree falls, it's going to stay right there until somebody does something with it. He that observeth the wind shall not sow. People that watch the Weather Channel, should I get out and plant my crops? Oh, no, it might rain next month, Solomon said, this is not good. He that regardeth the clouds shall not reap. You're too worried about the weather. You can't go to school today, Mom. It's supposed to rain over in China. Yeah, okay. As thou knowest not what is the way of the Spirit, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child. By the way, it's a child before it's born. Okay, it's not a fetus. We call it a fetus. It's a child. I was in a debate one time, and we got into the abortion topic, and they said something about it's okay to have abortion. It's a woman's right. Does the baby have any rights? Does the father have any rights? Do the grandparents have any rights? No, only the mother. Okay. Why don't we abort the father then? Keep the baby. Adopt it out. How about let's abort the mother and keep the baby? Yeah. Billy, would you take the baby? You're not ready for that down there. Okay.
No.
But I said to this person who was trying to justify abortion, I said, are you saying it's okay to murder a child, to kill a child 5 months before it's born? Oh, yeah. They said, yep. Is it okay to kill the baby 5 minutes before it's born? Yep. Is it okay to kill it 5 minutes after it's born?
Governor Northam, yes.
They didn't want to answer that. Is it okay to kill it 5 months after it's born? How about 5 years? Hey, let's extend abortion rights up until the kid is 18. I bet they'd behave a lot better. Can you imagine? Son, you didn't do your homework again. Yeah. It's murder from the day of moment of conception, okay? The bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child. Even so, thou knowest not the works of God who maketh all. God made it all. Okay. Joy, you're going to have a baby. Do you feel anything kicking in there yet? Not yet. About 2 months along, right? Yeah. Got to keep working on that. In the morning, sow thy seed, and in the evening, withhold not thy hand. Do the job. Don't wait. Forget the weather. Just work, okay? For thou knowest not whether shall prosper this or that, or whether they both shall be alike good. Truly, the light is sweet, and a pleasant thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun. But if a man live many years and rejoice in them all, yet let him remember the days of darkness, for they shall be many. All that cometh is vanity. Solomon saying, look, you may enjoy your youth, okay? Have a good time, but the long, dark days are coming. I think of Brother Meister and his poor wife with their dementia now for 10 years. Doesn't even know who he is some days. What a great man of God he's been. What a blessing to have him here on our property, singing, preaching a couple times a week. Sure to watch some of his sermons. Got a lot of wisdom in that guy does. Let's see. Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth, and walk in the ways of thine heart, and in the sight of thine eyes. But know thou, for all these things, God will bring thee into judgment. Go ahead and have a wonderful time, but just remember, you'll be judged by God for everything. Why did you do that? Don't go over the boundaries, okay? Therefore, remove sorrow from thy heart, and put away evil from thy flesh. For childhood and youth are vanity. There's like one commentator said, Ecclesiastes 11 explores the uncertainties of life, encouraging a balance between caution and risk. Through metaphors and poetic language, it provides profound insight into human nature, challenging readers to embrace both the unpredictable nature of life and the wisdom of living it to the fullest. Have a good time. I enjoy my life. I really do enjoy living. But I got to realize you got to keep a balance in all this stuff, okay? Okay, I had a guy call in just before the show tonight asking about the Ice Age. Joseph, any questions that's the end of that chapter. We'll take the next one on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Questions or comments, okay? Ryan, you changed my worldview and doubts when I watched your creation seminar. Praise God for you, Ken. Well, thank you. It's not because it's me. It's because it's the information. It's God's word that I try to glorify. The creation seminar series, 18 hours of me talking as fast as I can go with thousands of slides with everything referenced, $50. When you're done, you can return it, get your money back, okay? I tell people I used to loan my videos out. I learned right away Christians don't steal, but they borrow and never return. So no, I will not loan it to you. Send us $50, then you can get it and make all the copies you want. Don't sell them though. It's my intellectual property. Okay, thank you though. Appreciate it, Ryan. And I'll go use it to change somebody else's life. Christina, what do you know about Enoch?
Well, I asked her no more than who, and she followed up with that.
What do you think about some interpretation about, I can't remember who, in the name of the person when the angel revealed to him a statute with which some referred to as AI, then it became alive, which is electricity. I don't know about all that, Christina. I'd be cautious about the books of Enoch. I got them right here. Are part of the Apocrypha, and I think they're first century forgeries. There's some interesting historical stuff in there. What now?
4th century.
4th century?
Yeah, Enoch. Only one of the books go back. The rest of them are 4th century.
Okay. Now, there is a guy named Enoch in the Bible. He's the one who never died. And you can look at my timeline, my chart. Let's see. Yeah. Get some of these, use them for placemats when your skeptic friends come for lunch. On one side is this Bible dates, and the other side is Grand Canyon probably formed in a week, not millions of years. Anyway, Enoch is right here. He is, let's see, Noah's great-grandfather. And he never got to meet Enoch. Enoch died in the year 987, and Noah born in the year 1058, but based on the creation. So there's Enoch. He lived for 365 years and was just taken to heaven. So he's really the oldest man still alive, nearly 6,000. But there is a guy named Enoch in the Bible. It says Enoch walked with God and he was not, for God took him. It really doesn't say a whole lot more about him. But you know, the books of Enoch I'd be cautious of. Okay, next question. Are the commands of Christ the same as the Mosaic law in regard to keeping the commandments? Jesus pointed out, and we can't keep it. We can't keep that law. When Moses came down from Mount Sinai and had read the 10 Commandments to the people, they made the biggest mistake in history. They said, all that the Lord has said, we will do. That would have been the time to say, Lord, be merciful, we're sinners. So for the next 2,000 years or whatever it was, 1,600 years, they proved nobody can keep those commandments. Nobody can. And so God said, I'll do it myself. I'll show you. He came down, became a man, Jesus Christ, allowed them to crucify him, and his death pays for our sins. So we're not under the Mosaic law, but the Mosaic law is certainly a model to follow for our civilization to follow. Like thou shalt not, don't murder. It says in the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill. Jesus interpreted that when he quoted it, and he said, thou shalt do no murder. So that's, it's okay to kill in wartime or somebody breaking into your house. I met that sheriff down in Central Florida, shot that guy 68 times. They said, why did you shoot him 68 times? We ran out of bullets. I loved it. Have you seen all those porch pirate things that come up and steal packages? Some of those are just AI generated, but some of them are real, right?
A lot of them are real.
Yeah. Somebody steals a package, it blows up, paint
Bombs, they call it.
paint all over their car and all over the good.
What they get.
It was that Florida. I know one of the sheriffs in South Carolina, North Carolina, said, look, if somebody breaks into your house, we prefer that you shoot them. Makes our job a lot easier, a lot less paperwork. Okay. Okay, let's see. Did I answer the last question? Did I get off track?
No, you got it.
Okay. Question for Ken. Is it worth sharing verses about LGBT, or should I focus only on sharing the gospel and proving God is real? Well, you do whatever ministry God calls you to. I think God called me to teach about creation. God calls other people to do other battles. It's like in any army. When you go join in the Army or Marines or Navy or Air Force, they find out what you're good at and they put you in that specialty. Some people are good for snipers. Some people are good for submarine warfare. So God may have called you to a special ministry. He may have given you the talents and the equipment you need to do that ministry. If you want to go fight the LGBT plus whatever it is, a battle, go ahead. I kick the dog as I walk by, but I don't have time to mess with that for my full-time ministry. Okay? Edward. Any given Sunday, the Christian churches should collect enough signatures for a referendum question to integrate creationism, intellectual design in our Florida public schools. We have no excuse. Edward, that's the wrong way to fight the battle. The teachers have always had the right to teach creation if they want. There's never been a law against it. 2 states, Arkansas and Louisiana, passed laws to require the teachers to teach creation. It looks like what you're trying to do there. I'm telling you, Supreme Court's already ruled it won't work. You couldn't require that the teachers breathe. They probably will if you leave them alone, but you can't require it. So our goal is not to force everybody to teach creation. Let the teachers know you can. There's no law against it. You can have prayer in school, but it can't be mandatory. You can say, okay, any kid want to leave, you can leave for go out on the playground. We're going to pray. You can have Bible study. Better really read the laws on all that. Who's that? Jay Sekulow does stuff on that, and other lawyers that are trying to get common sense back into it. I think they should say you can't use lies to teach. You can't use lies in your science classroom. That would eliminate evolution. All the evidence they have for evolution has been proven wrong. Every one of them. We'll just get those out. I was in my seminar part 4, talk about lies in the textbooks. And in one of my debates I did, I went through about, 25 of the lies in the textbooks. And the teacher on the other end, the atheist said, folks, Mr. Hovind is right. These things are incorrect. But if he takes all these out, Mr. Hovind, they never call me Dr. Hovind. Mr. Hovind, what are you going to replace it all with? Oh, I said, folks, what he's trying very hard to not say is, we don't have any evidence for our theory. And if you take out our lies, you got to find more evidence for our theory. I said, sir, I think your theory is retarded. It's dumb. Didn't happen. Get a new theory. Said, I'm not going to find evidence for your theory. There isn't any. So that's okay. The dry sage one? No.
Yeah, hold on one second, Doc. I got one for you.
Ooh, hard to read. Still hard to read.
Yeah, okay.
Just read it to me.
Yeah, it says, I've been wanting to speak with you. My granddaddy spoke about you 25 years ago, gave him the books and series in Pensacola, Florida. And his name, she didn't give a name. But anyway, she's wanting to know if you remembered him. But she didn't really do a name in there.
I don't remember.
Heidi from Leeds, Alabama, tell you got the email and you're right.
Okay, I don't remember what I did yesterday. I enjoy life though. Okay. TikTok. Hope this is not off topic. What are your thoughts on Calvinism or Redeemed theology? I think Calvinism is a heresy. It's wrong. All 5 points. TULIP, T-U-L-I-P, total depravity of man, limited atonement, perseverance of the saints. You got to keep working to stay saved. It's all heresy. There's a book we sell called Why I'm Not a Calvinist. Is it in here? Why I'm Not a Crazy-matic. Why I'm Not a Seventh-day Adventist. Why I'm Not a Catholic. Why I'm Not a Catholic. Why I'm Not a Campbellite. Muslim. We do have the book, don't we, Joseph? There it is, part of our library. Why I'm Not a Calvinist. John Calvin and made up his ideas back in the, I think, late 1600s, and Arminius was early 1700s or something. They say, are you Calvinist or Arminian? Neither one. Baptist, yeah. So yeah, read that book. It's got tons of stuff on there. Now that's Peter Ruckman writing the book. He's rude, crude, crass, mean, and brilliant. Okay, but he calls a spade a spade. What are your thoughts on the Lost World Museum? I love it. John Adolphi, who has that, died Saturday. I've talked to his wife a couple times today. Sent him some money today. It's sad. I talked to his wife. I said, look, would you consider moving your museum to Lenox, Alabama? We have room. We'll build another building if we have to. We got 140 acres. That'd be cool to have the Lost World Museum here. They've got excellent stuff. I really encourage you, and pray for her and for, and for the situation. The funeral's going to be soon. Died in the hospital Saturday. So be praying for them. The Lost World Museum, they're in Fulton, New York, I think is the name of the town. Fulton.
I'm not sure. It's definitely up north. I don't know if it's Fulton.
They always say, Western New York. They don't want to be around New York City. Okay. But yeah, I love it. I hope they do. I hope she does move down here to move the museum stuff here. We could put it in the Ark. That'd be cool. Have a whole section of our Noah's Ark dedicated to all that stuff. He's collected some amazing stuff. So pray for her during this time of grieving and trauma. So, okay, let's see.
Do you read the TikTok chat?
Do what now?
Do you read the TikTok chat?
I don't read the TikTok chat that I know of, do I?
No, you don't. Phoenix, New York. Is Christmas pagan?
Christian pagan?
Is Christmas pagan?
Christmas is definitely a pagan holiday. I don't think it's a battle worth fighting. See, the earth is tilted away from, as it spins around, and it is round and it does spin. As the earth spins, it's tilted over 23.5 degrees, okay? It's also going around the sun. So at one time of the year, it'll be tilted as far away from the sun in the northern hemisphere, and as it can be, that's called winter solstice. And then 6 months later, it'll be tilted toward the sun, as you know, and usually that's June 21st or something. And so if we get more daylight around the North Pole, 24 hours of daylight. So it used to be December 25th was the shortest day of the year. And so the pagans had a holiday to call the sun to come back up. All the priests got everybody, the days are getting shorter and shorter. Everybody give $20 and I'm going to pray that the sun comes back up a little longer tomorrow. You're going to do that anyway. They use that as a money-making racket. So the origins of Christmas are certainly pagan, okay? St. Nicholas and the reindeer and all that stuff. But it's not a battle worth fighting to me, okay? Have a holiday with your family. James Alexander Moore.
That's the Miss Heidi that wrote the email. That's the gentleman's name. James Alexander Moore.
Wrote the email that I couldn't read. But the guy's name we couldn't read. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. Thank you, James. Okay. Do you have brief explanation in the scripture that talk about predestination? Well, those who believe in this part of the Calvinist idea, predestination, God's already decided who he wants saved. Nobody else can get saved. That is evil heresy. God has already decided he wants everybody saved. He's not willing that any should perish. And he told his disciples, get out there and preach the gospel to every creature. Now, God already knows what's going to happen. That does not mean God's controlling it. I talked about that the other night in my illustration with the football game, So no, predestination. God's already decided he wants everybody saved. And he already knows some are not going to do it. And it breaks his heart. You have a lot of books stating you're not this or that. So whose words do you follow? Oh, the Bible. Just what does the Bible say? I don't care what John Calvin said or Arminius or Martin Luther. I'll listen to any of them. But I filter everything through God's word, or try to. Okay.
Yep.
That's why I'm a Baptist. They say, are you Christian or Catholic or Protestant? Oh, there's a third choice, Baptist. Okay. Thoughts on Israel, America First situation. I wish I knew. There's so much going on simultaneously. We're in the end times, real close to the end. I don't think we've got more than 4, 5, 6 years left. Maybe less. We shall see. Meanwhile, pour on the coals. Run, man.
Amen.
I ran 440 in high school, and you save enough energy for the last 30 yards to pour it on. We're at the end. Okay, give it all you got. Cross the line out of breath. Okay, I want to get to heaven. I say you ran a good race, son. Okay, was the Calvin right about anything? I don't know. Maybe he'd right about what to have for breakfast or something. But that's been 300 years ago or 200. I don't know. Thank God. Where have you been? Right here. I try to be someplace at all times. I've done it pretty good so far.
Are dinosaurs real?
Oh, well, yeah. Dinosaurs, word dinosaur made up in 1841 means terrible lizard. Yeah, dinosaurs lived with Adam and Eve. They're mentioned in the Bible as dragons and other names. Behemoth, Leviathan. Absolutely, dinosaurs are real. We have Dinosaur Adventureland. Our phone number is 855-BIG-DINO. Won't balance on there, Joseph. Oh, there. Okay. So yes, I think they've always lived with man. There might be some still alive. Watch my video number 3. We got the book. Thank you, Joy. Did you find this? Roy Mackerel, who was a biology teacher at the University of Chicago and not a Christian, went to the Congo swamp because he'd heard all these stories about dinosaurs still living in the Congo swamp. So he went there, came back, wrote this book. He didn't get to see one, but he interviewed many natives who had. When he showed them an apatosaurus, they'd say, oh yeah, that's Mokele Mbembe, a living dinosaur in search of Mokele Mbembe. That's a native language word for whatever the critter is. They say it's a plant eater, but it'll kill you with his tail. Big tail, he swing at you. I don't know if this book is it still in print, Joseph? Can you?
I don't know that.
We used to sell it in a bookstore in Pensacola. Excellent reading about all the different, dinosaurs have always lived with man. There could be some, like Loch Ness Monster, Mokele Mbembe, Lake Champlain Monster. Could be some still alive. Okay, let's see. When will the rapture occur? Before or after the appearance of the Antichrist? If you look at my chart that I did behind me, the big version of it, there's a small version. There's going to be a 7-year tribulation period. That's this yellow stripe. The middle of it is when the Antichrist breaks the treaty and makes an image come alive. Maybe AI, something like that. I don't know. And we get raptured out here. We're going to see a whole lot of stuff go on involving Antichrist. And we have to stay right here and put up with it. I like the pre-trib rapture idea a lot better, but it's not true. Okay, hello, sir. Good to see. I missed it. It disappeared.
Sorry. Your audience, they're talking about you seeing the chat in TikTok.
They're talking about me seeing Chad, what?
Chat in TikTok.
Oh, that's the chat in TikTok?
Yeah. They're not sure you can see it, so I'll just show it.
Oh, thank you. I got plenty to do. I don't need anything else to do, please.
That's all I got for you.
Okay. Somebody asked about the Ice Age. Let me do that real quick. I'm a firm believer. Let's see, slide number. This one has 700 slides in it. Seminar part 6, okay, of my series where I talk about this. Let me go to slide number 457 in a minute. There certainly was an ice age, okay, no question. I think it came at the beginning of the flood. I believe the earth used to have this crystal canopy over the top, like the Bible teaches there was water above the firmament, and it says clearly the firmament is where the birds fly. When the fountains of the deep broke open, all this is on, take a while to find it, seminar part 6. I think it shot rocks up and shattered that crystal canopy, which was super cold ice, 2 or 3 fingers thick. The Jews have always taught. Super cold ice is magnetic. So it'd be sucked in and dumped mostly around the poles, North and South Pole. There, no question, was an ice age. So I think it snowed, 10 or 15 feet per minute and buried animals standing up. Here we go. Start with slide number. I don't want to do the whole seminar right now. Slide number 190, or do it there, okay. Up here in these islands up near the North Pole, they find frozen bobcat, camels, bison, mammoths. They drill through the ice. They drill the great thickness of the greatest thickness of the ice here. Antarctica stores 7 million cubic miles of ice. Most of the world's supply. If it melted, it would raise the ocean level 250 feet. It's National Geographic, okay? Buried in the ice, they find all kinds of critters, palm leaves, okay? Scientists reported discovering the first set of dinosaur fossils found in the interior of Antarctica. Fossils said to be the remains of a plant-eating dinosaur 25 to 30 feet long. 400 miles from the South Pole. There are no trees in Antarctica, none. What's that sign they said, come to Antarctica, there's a beautiful woman behind every tree. And when you get there, you realize there are no trees, okay? Discovery of thousands of well-preserved leaves in Antarctica. Let's see. Leaves on the side of a cliff 250 miles from the South Pole. The leaves retain their original cellular structure. It was a rapid burial. And if you look at the Ice Age effects, it's centered around the magnetic North Pole, not the geographic North Pole. I think it was sucked in because of the Earth's magnetic field, because super cold ice is magnetic. Okay. They find mammoths, the big hairy hippie elephants, frozen, standing up. Food still in their teeth. It's still in their stomach, undigested. After the critter dies, the stomach acid doesn't know he's dead. Going to keep working, okay? The ice went sliding out, carving glacial grooves. They're clear down to southern Illinois. And it leaves behind terminal moraines, lateral moraines, all that kind of stuff. We cover this in video number 6. I like talking about that, but I have time right now. What did I say, 567? No, let's see. No, rats, got the wrong one. Okay, let me go to, I'll get off on a rabbit trail here, brother, and be stuck all day. It's coming, just calm down. I love live TV or whatever we're doing here. There we go, okay. 452, let's start there. You can get all my slides on a thumb drive for, what, $100? But 50-some thousand of them. Okay, how did the kangaroos get to Australia? Somebody asked me a long time ago. Well, the ice caps were much larger at the beginning of the flood. I think the crystal canopy collapsed and dumped down on the North and South Pole and had a huge ice age while the fountains of the deep were breaking open. So Noah's safely floating in the ark and the whole world's covered in water, some liquid, some solid, okay? And the ice up at the North Pole would go sliding down, causing the glacial grooves and all that kind of stuff. Then it would take hundreds of years to melt back. So when Noah gets off the ark, that's the beach way out there. England and Scotland and Ireland were part of France. I know you guys, you don't like that idea, do you? Okay. But the English Channel is 30 miles wide and 60 or 80 feet deep in most places. So that was the beach. Because the ice is going to melt back. You can actually see the continental shelf from the space shuttle. From space, you can see where the beach would be if you lowered the water just 200 feet. Between Alaska and Russia, Bering Strait is 60 miles wide, roughly. But if you lowered the water just 200 feet, it'd be a several thousand mile wide land bridge across there. That would be the beach line where that red line is. If you raise the ocean level a few hundred feet, that's what America would look like. An island called Appalachia and western United States. Okay. Lowering the oceans 200 feet would make this the beach line. Florida and Cuba would be connected. You could walk over to England if you lowered the water a couple hundred feet. I think oceans filled in as the ice melted back, spilled over between Cuba and Florida, carved out that little channel and filled in the Gulf of Mexico. Mobile and Pensacola Bay are generally less than 7 feet deep. As far as kangaroos getting to Australia, lower the water 200 feet, freeze it, stick it on the North and South Pole, and you could walk to Australia. Might have to hop over a creek or something, It's New Zealand also, same thing. It's all connected, it's shallow water. So I think, let's see, I covered all that before. Continental shelf. Over the next few hundred years, the ice is going to melt back and the level's going to rise. why we have a continental shelf. And that's why we have legends of underwater cities and underwater highways. They were built before it was underwater. There we go. So the ice caps were bigger, meaning the oceans were smaller, making the continents bigger. So Noah and the animals could have walked anywhere in the world for the first few hundred years. Cover this in video number 6. Okay. All right, other questions, brother?
My husband wants to know if you think we went to the moon.
I do believe we went to the moon. I don't think it's a battle worth fighting. My understanding of it is, I don't worry about that. But the video footage, somebody pointed out, oh, the flag is waving. There's no wind on the moon. If that's the case, okay. Well, maybe the camera malfunctioned on the moon. They came back and said, look, American people just paid a bunch of money to send us up there. We better put a movie together. So the movie might have been made on Earth, but I think they did go to the moon. Yes. Okay.
All right, last question.
Crybaby, the last ice age ended 11,000 years ago. How on earth do you know that?
Yeah.
You guys make these statements and we're supposed to just believe it and twist our Bible to fit your dumb statement. I'm sorry. The whole ice age, advancing and retreating, is still moving back and forth. Ice age. That's why they're worried about the global warming. You know, then you send Al Gore up there, and let him watch the ice. Let's see, you can't make up your own dates. I agree, so quit doing it.
That's all I have.
Okay. All right. Tomorrow, whack an atheist. Brother, I got so many. I've been looking over the comments. We could do a whack an atheist every hour. A different one. If you got a special one you'd like whacked, send it to Joseph. Text support@drdino.com.
I have one in the email for you.
Okay. I got several lined up. Simon Dan did another video the last couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
He misrepresents what I say and then talks about how bad it was. What's the name for that? Set up a straw man. Yeah, it's another more technical name. But okay. See you tomorrow night. Bye.